Hello guys and welcome to Crazy Burger. So it's that time of the month again on your Evercade VS. You can download the new game of the month, which is Lunar Journey from Gameboy Games, coming soon on Indie Heroes Collection 2. So this is game 7 out of 10. We're nearly actually finished, but don't even have a final release date yet for this cart. Hopefully we'll get that soon. Maybe it will release this year, maybe it won't, who knows. Anyway, without further ado, let's get stuck into this game and see what it's all about. Okay guys, so let's have a little bit of look at what the game is all about. So obviously it's Lunar Journey, it's a Game Boy game, which is pretty cool. We don't have too many of Game Boy games on the Evercade. And this is game 7 from Indie Heroes Collection 2, which is coming supposedly November, December this year maybe. We'll soon find out. And obviously this is an indie game, it's fairly new, a couple of years old. And it's from Gameboy Games. And there's a lot of information here. I'm not going to go through it. You can sort of read it. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to read all the info. And obviously you play a kind of a spaceman, and your mission is to collect 6 minerals, as you can see on the screen there. Iron, titanium, aluminium, silicon, calcium and magnesium throughout this. It's kind of almost like a point and click RPG style adventure game in space. And it's quite interesting. But yeah, in a minute we'll have a little playthrough and we'll see what it's like together. It seems quite interesting. Before that, we'll have a look at Gameboy Games themselves. They do actually make a few other Game Boy games. Not sure if we'll see any more of them on the Evercade. There's a possibility, you never know, we could. So if you want to download this game on your Evercade VS, you obviously need to update the firmware again. You'll get the prompt maybe as well. Update, and you should get this in the star button on the left hand side of the screen, and you should see Lunar Journey. Anyway guys, let's have a quick look at Gameboy Games, and then we'll have a look at the game itself. So guys, just jumping on quickly to Gameboy Games website and see they've got a lot of awards there for some of the games that they've actually made. Not sure if it's related to the game we've got just now on the Evercade, but they've made a few Game Boy games and they all look kind of quite interesting. If you want to sort of look at this, I'll leave the link in the description. You can have a little look. There's a lot of information here. They've done, looks like they've done quite a few games. It looks like about 6 games maybe, I don't know, maybe not, but yeah, they're all very interesting. They're all sold out. This is obviously the sort of physical copy of the actual games if you want them. There's actually a sort of little football game. You can get yourself a t-shirt as well. Very interesting. All of these say sold out and out of stock, so we may be getting a bargain that's not available anywhere else on your Evercade coming soon. Anyway guys, let's get this game loaded up and let's play. Okay guys, once you've got your firmware updated, this is what you'll see. Lunar Journey, the Game Boy game. It's an adventure game as it's been titled here, and that's all the information that we've pretty much covered. There's all the info. We need to collect those minerals. Very sort of basic moves there. Interact and move your sort of character. Pretty simple. And it's from Game Boy Games. You can clearly see it's a Game Boy game. And it was made July 2021, so about a year and a half ago. Pretty cool. Graphics actually quite nice. It's very minimal on the sound effects. There's just a little soundtrack that plays through the game, but there's not a lot of sound effects, if any. There's the sort of 6 minerals that you need to collect through your journey through space, and you need to refill your oxygen. Come back to your spaceship. I'm not really sure at what point I need to come back and how often it sort of depletes, so we'll soon find out, I guess. So here we go. Basically you are moving about your character left, right, up and down on the D-pad, pretty simple, and then you press one of the buttons, the B button, to interact with all the objects that you see. So basically it's an interaction adventure game, point and click, sort of find this item, take it to B, go back to A, that kind of thing. And it's got a little bit of humour here and there as well, which is kind of cool. SpaceX. Some nice humour, that's quite nice. Nice touch. Not really sure why you need to go to sort of the moon to collect these minerals, but that's the object of the game. To interact with all these objects, pick up things, take a note of some of these numbers. Yeah, so a little bit of thinking. It's fairly straightforward to start with. You can see here we've got a chain block in the door. We need pliers to fix that, and obviously we can see a pickaxe down there. We'll probably need that to clear the boulder at the start of the game there. Okay, the lemonade stand person needs something as well. Yep, we can't get a lemonade because there's no ice, so we'll need to find ice at some point. But yeah, there's a lot of go to A, go to B, pick up C, that kind of thing, and just it almost feels like a kind of a Dizzy game, but in space, taking objects here and there and trying to match them up. Obviously, it's an adventure game. Not sure what these little characters are. Look like some kind of alien folks. Oh, there's our pliers. Oh, the door needs lubricated, so we probably need to get some oil at some point. It's currently out of order. So you need to take notes of all these things on your head of where each object needs to go. And sometimes I think the objects are quite hard to actually see. However, the environments do change a bit, so if you keep going back and forth, some things might appear that weren't there before. So keep an eye on that. So here we have the pickaxe. And obviously we need something to open up that box there as well. We need a key. So going back to the start, I think we need to sort of move that boulder out of the way with the pickaxe. And here we're now entering some kind of moon cave. Yeah, so far so good. Obviously it looks like a Game Boy game. It looks pretty nice for what it is. And this is what I definitely like about the Evercade, is these new retro games that most people probably haven't played before. I mean, I definitely hadn't heard of Game Boy games. Definitely hadn't heard of this game. So this is really good for me. I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth stuck into it. This adventure game, I really like it. I love my Dizzy style games, and it kind of reminds me a little bit like that. More so of the adventure part of it rather than sort of bouncing about like an egg. But yeah, if you pay attention, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of items. I've got a mouldy hot dog now. Oh, we've got an electrical problem and the fuse is missing, so I need to find fuses. So guys, let me know in the description, what do you think? Is this the sort of type of game that you like? Is this cart going to be right up your street? Are you going to pick up? I mean, so far I think it's been a mixed bag, the Indie Heroes Collection 2. There's been a couple of good games, like last month's game was fantastic, Tapeworm was fantastic. Some of the games in between were kind of, a little bit so not spectacular, but this is definitely good as well. I really like this one. I'm not sure how long it will take you to complete the game. I'd say maximum probably a few hours. Not entirely sure, but I would definitely say you're talking maybe 5 to 6 hours, maybe at best, maybe not. From what I've played so far, it seems there's probably a good few hours worth there at least. Someone set fire to our ship. What the heck is that all about? So I've refilled the oxygen, although it hadn't actually depleted, even though I've been out the ship a little bit. The oxygen was still actually at 10. So not sure what was going on there. And at what point it actually depletes. It's not actually totally clear to me. So I need to try and figure out what I need to do here. I obviously need to try and maybe use some of that water to put out the fire so that the little alien gets off my ship. Yeah, he's obviously telling me to panic. I know that. And see, sometimes the text pops up more than once, even though I've not pressed the button. Like it happened just there. It's happened 3 times. I never actually pressed the button. I only pressed it once, and it's popped up 3 times, even though I was passing. So I can't take the key yet because they're watching me. So I need to find out what am I supposed to do here. I need water. So I've got a hot dog. I'm not sure who I'm feeding the hot dog to. Interesting. So this is probably one of these, you're going to be back and forth quite a lot from each point, and things do change a little bit. So you need to maybe pay attention. Something's maybe changed or added or dropped that is integral to the actual game, and you maybe need to pick up to sort of finish the next stage. As you can see here, look, Oh, he's not going to let me past. So I've obviously missed something somewhere. I don't think there's anything here. This is just a block door. I need the oil or something to try and lubricate the door. So I think the puzzles seem fairly straightforward so far. It's not like a Monkey Island style game where you need to sort of rub the tree with a banana to get a coconut down or something like that. So they are pretty straightforward. Oh, there's an actual bottle. I don't remember seeing that before. I may be wrong, but I don't think that was there before. So can use that water bottle to fill up the water and then use that on the fire on the rocket. Interesting. I take it that's supposed to be Earth. I'm assuming so. Not sure why these aliens are drawing these kind of cows. Interesting. Okay, so I've got bottled water now to put out the fire that's on the spaceship. And then what? I do not know. Little rascal. Okay, put out the fire. And this little sort of beetle alien thingy is now gone. So fill up my oxygen again, even though it was still at 10. Okay, didn't mean to do that. Now what? So the only thing I've got in my possession is a hot dog. So I'm not sure who the hot dog is for. Oh, this alien guy was always talking about being hungry, wasn't he? So we can maybe... Yeah, he wants my hot dog. Now we might disappear for 5 minutes. Oh, 15 minutes he's going to be for. Must be a big hot dog. Now we can get the key. What was the key for? I can't remember. Ah, wait a minute. There was a box a few screens back where we had to open up where we got the pickaxe from. Which could contain something. Maybe it contains oil or fuses or something. They're the only things I think we need right now. Or maybe a key pass to get past that restricted area. Oh, there we are. This is the toolbox here that needs opened. Oh, we've now got spare fuses. Cool. So we can now fix that electrical problem. So you can see there's obviously only some music playing in the background and it changes from time to time. It seems a bit odd at times. Not really sure what's going on with the sound. Seems random as well. But graphically, I think it's okay. I mean, it's decent for a Game Boy game. Hopefully we can see everything that's there on the screen. It might be a bit tricky on the handheld maybe. But on the VS here it's actually playing really well, so it'll be difficult. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we get it on the handheld. Hopefully everything can be seen okay. Costumes. Do you want to put on a costume? Oh, there's a spelling mistake. No, it's spelt right that time. Okay, so I've got some kind of disguise costume, whatever the heck that is, I do not know. Emergency exit. So I don't know how to get past that. There seems to be a latch on the other side. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's a little bit of a flaw here. This keeps popping up even though I'm not pressing any buttons. So that probably needs checked out, I would say. That's not really Blaze's error. It's probably a bug in the actual game. Okay. Nope. Keep the costume. So there's a spelling mistake in costume there. Not sure what that's all about. A bit of a issue. Needs sorted, guys. Okay, what's this box? Oh, I've got iron. Oh, that's the first thing collected. Never even seen it sitting there. Obviously, it's a box. It's like Minecraft we're playing here. Right, so that's the first thing collected. It's so far so good. I'm pretty enjoying this. It's pretty good fun, pretty interesting. Not sure this will be up everyone's street, to be honest. Whether it might be a little bit too boring. I mean, if you're not really a fan of your adventure games like Dizzy. If you don't really like the Dizzy games, then you might not like this style of game either. Obviously, it's not really Dizzy. It's that kind of A to B adventure game. Maybe a bit like Deadis is probably the best example that we've already got in the Evercade. It's a Game Boy game and it's like a point A to B sort of game. But it's quite interesting. I think I'll certainly be playing more of it. Is it amazing? Probably not, but it's good. Let's say it is good. And now we've used this costume to pass here, whatever this is. I don't know. We've got some sewers on the moon. Or some tunnels on the moon. I don't know what's happening here. So I'm not sure what next to do, to be honest. I'm kind of stuck. And not entirely sure. So I need something to lubricate the door. I've got a disguise. Yeah, I kind of think I'm stuck. I think this will be one to carry on after the video is finished. Well guys, that's the video. That's the game of the month for October. There is 3 more games to come. There'll be one in November and there'll be 2 dropping in December. Not entirely sure when the cart's going to get released. But anyway guys, thanks very much for watching and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.